हेलो दोस्तों, बिगनर्स माइंड में आपका स्वागत है। और अभी हम कर रहे हैं करंट अफेयर्स जो है 4 सितंबर। कैबिनेट ने अप्रूव कर दिया है 1500 करोड़ इंसेंटिव स्कीम टू प्रमोट क्रिटिकल मिनरल रिसाइकिल इन द कंट्री में क्या प्रमोट कर दिया है, अप्रूव कर दिया है। इंसेंटिव स्कीम है जो प्रमोट करती है क्रिटिकल मिनरल की रिसाइकलिंग को। द यूनियन कैबिनेट चेयर्ड बाय द प्राइम मिनिस्टर श्री नरेंद्र मोदी अप्रूव्ड a rupees 1500 crore incentive scheme to develop recycling capacity in the country for the separation and production of critical minerals from secondary sources. This scheme is part of the National Critical Mineral Mission (NCMM), which is aimed at building the domestic capacity of and supply chain resilience in critical minerals. The critical minerals value chain comprising exploration, auction, and mine operationalization and acquisition of foreign assets has a gestation period before they could supply critical minerals to Indian industry. A prudent way to ensure supply chain sustainability in the near term is through the recycling of secondary sources. विवेक
Prudent.
विवेकपूर्ण The scheme will have a tenure of 6 years from fiscal year 2025-26 to fiscal year 2030 to 31. Eligible feedstock is e-waste, lithium-ion battery, LIB scrap, and scrap other than e-waste and LIB scrap. Example: catalytic converters in end-of-life vehicles. Expected beneficiaries will be both large established recyclers as well as small new recyclers, including startups for whom one-third of the scheme outlay has been earmarked. The scheme will be applicable to investments in new units as well as expansion of capacity, modernization, and diversification of existing units. The scheme will provide incentive for the recycling value chain, which is involved in actual extraction of critical minerals and not the value chain involved in only black mass production. The incentives under the scheme will comprise 20% capex subsidy on plant and machinery, equipment and associated utilities for starting production within a specified time frame, beyond which reduced subsidy applicable, and OpEx subsidy, which will be an incentive on incremental sales over the base year. Fiscal year 2025-26 with 40% of eligible OpEx subsidy in the second year and balance 60% in the fifth year from fiscal year 2026-27 to fiscal year 2030-31 on achievement of specified threshold incremental sales. In order to ensure greater number of beneficiaries, total incentive capex plus opex subsidy per entity will be subject to an overall ceiling of rupees 50 crore for large entities and rupees 50 crore for small entities, within which there will be ceiling for opex subsidy of rupees 10 crore and 5 crore respectively. In terms of key outcomes, the scheme incentives are expected to develop at least 2070 kiloton of annual recycling capacity, resulting in around 40 kiloton annual critical mineral production, bringing in about 8,000 crore of investment and creating close to 70,000 direct and indirect jobs. Several rounds of consultations with industry and other stakeholders have been held through dedicated meetings, seminar sessions, etc. before formulating the scheme. Shanghai Cooperation Organization SCO Summit 2025, ये सब देश के मालिक हैं जो मिले थे। प्राइम मिनिस्टर नरेंद्र मोदी विजिटेड चाइना फॉर द शेंघाई कॉरपोरेशन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन समिट इन Tianjin. The Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit 2025 brings together major Eurasian leader in Tianjin, China, with regional security, trade, and geopolitical alignments topping the agenda. About the Shanghai Cooperation SCO, founded 2001 in Shanghai, members 10: China, Russia, India, Pakistan, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Iran, and Belarus. Mandate: regional security, counter-terrorism, economic cooperation, connectivity, cultural and technological exchanges. Key agreements and documents adopted. Tianjin Declaration and SCO Development Strategy 2026-2035 were formally adopted, outlining the political, security, economic, and technological roadmap for the next decade. A statement commemorating the 80th anniversary of both the end of World War II and the UN's founding was issued, offering affirming shared values like multilateralism and peaceful cooperation. Over 20 documents were signed covering key areas such as AI, green industry, sustainable energy, scientific collaboration, multilateral trade, and security cooperation. New institutions and mechanisms. Two important new centers were established: SCO Anti-Drug Center, Universal Center for Countering Challenges and Threats to the Security of SCO member states. Expanded institutional architecture included four new centers targeting security threats, transitional organized crime, information security, and anti-drug cooperation. Proposals included creating a SCO disaster assistance fund mechanisms and a center for strategic studies in security. Financial and economic initiatives. The summit unanimously agreed to establish an SCO development bank aimed at financing infrastructure and economic programs across member nations. China pledged a Y 10 billion loan infusion 2026-29 into the SCO Interbank Cons- Consortium. Russian President Putin proposed that SCO members explore joint bonds issuance and build shared infrastructure for payments and investments to reduce dependency on Western financial systems. Strategic and global governance initiatives. President Xi unveiled the Global Governance Initiative (GGI) at the SCO Plus meeting, adding to his suite of global frameworks GDI, GSI, GCI, and now GGI. The declaration condemned protectionism and unilateral coercive measures, reaffirming support for an open, inclusive, non-discriminatory multilateral trading system. Member states jointly condemned military strikes by Israel and the US against Iran, reaffirmed adherence to UNSC Resolution 2231, called for a just resolution of the Palestinian issue, and upheld the UN as the key platform for global peace. Technological and AI cooperation. A major AI cooperation agreement was signed among SCO members, underscoring a shared commitment to developing AI technologies. India emphasized equal access and rights in AI development. India-Russia bilateral and security focus. In bilateral meeting, PM Modi underlined the need for peaceful diplomatic solution to the Ukraine conflict, while also discussing energy, regional security, and strengthening ties with Russia. The Tianjin Declaration specifically condemned recent terrorist attacks in Pahalgam, April 2025, 22 April 2025, Jafar Express, March 11, 2025, and Khud Khudjar Dar, May 21, 2025, affirming the bloc united stance against terrorism. Key agreements and documents adopted. Tianjin Declaration and SU Development Strategy 2026 to 2035 were formally adopted, outlining a political, security, economic, and technological roadmap for the next decade. A statement commemorating the 80th anniversary of both the end of World War II and the UN's founding was issued, affirming shared values like multilateralism and peaceful cooperation. Over 20 documents were signed covering key areas such as AI, green industry, sustainable energy, scientific collaboration, multilateral trade, and security cooperation. In new institutions and mechanisms, two important new centers were established: SCO Anti-Drug Center, Universal Center for Countering Challenges and Threat to the Security of SCO member states. Expanded institutional architecture include four new centers targeting security threats, transnational, organized crime, information security, and anti-drug cooperation. Proposals included creating a SU disaster assistance fund mechanism and a center for strategic studies in security. Financial and economic initiatives. The summit unanimously agreed to establish an SU development bank aimed at financing infrastructure and economic programs across member nations. China pledged 10 billion euro loan infusion 2026 to 2029 into the SU Interbank Consortium. Russian President Putin proposed the SU members explore joint bonds issuance and build shared infrastructure for payments and investment to reduce dependency on Western financial system. ये बार बार आ गया। अच्छा ये दो बार आ गया। दो बार टाइपिंग हो गई इसकी, चलो छोड़ो। The Tianjin Declaration specifically condemned recent terrorist attack in Pahalgam April 22, 2025। ये भी आ चुका, ठीक है। ये कहाँ पे था ये? यहाँ तक था, ये कंप्लीट हो गया। ये दो बार टाइपिंग हो गई इसकी। इसके बाद आ जाते हैं गवर्नमेंट ब्रिंग्स मेजर रिफॉर्म इन एनवायरमेंटल कंप्लायंस इन द फॉर्म ऑफ एनवायरमेंट ऑडिट रूल्स 2025। यूनियन मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एनवायरमेंट फॉरेस्ट एंड क्लाइमेट चेंज MOEFCC has introduced a major reform through the notification of the Environment Audit Rules 2025 on 29th August 2025. Drawing upon international best practices, these rules have been conceptualized to address the existing gaps in environmental compliance monitoring. Compliance with status statutes such as the Environment Protection Act 1986, the Forest Conservation Act 1980, the Wildlife Protection Act 1972, Green Credit Rules 2023, and other related regulations is essential to safeguard the environment from degradation while promoting sustainable development. The overall framework was for monitoring and compliance with existing environmental framework is presently supported by the Central Pollution Control Board (CPCB), the regional offices of the ministry, and the state PCBs pollution control committees, which are facing significant constraints in terms of manpower, resources, capacity, and infrastructure. Main features of Environment Audit Rules 2025. Auditors to be certified and registered by MOEFCC Notified Environment Audit Designated Agency EADA. EADA to be responsible for certification and registration of EAs, monitoring their performance, take disciplinary action, facilitating capacity building, maintaining online register. Certification of environmental auditors to be based on either scrutiny of their qualification and experience or by conducting an exam. Auditing to be undertaken only by registered environment auditors. The assignment of REAs to specific project entities shall be done by a random assignment method. REAs responsible for compliance, evaluation and related activities of sampling, analysis, compensation calculation, verification under green credit rules, audit under waste management rules, and under various other environment and forest related legislations. REAs may also undertake auditing assignment by the PP including for verification of self-compliance report. Key regulatory stakeholders under the rules. Certified Environment Auditor: individuals who qualify through either recognition of prior learning (RPL) or the National Certification Examination (NCE). Registered Environment Auditor: those certified individuals officially registered to perform audits. Environment Audit Designated Agency (EADA), the body responsible for certification, registration, oversight and training of auditors. Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change oversee the implementation of the rules and issue necessary guidelines from time to time. CPCB, SPCB, RO to continue with their existing roles of inspection and verification has and when required to assist MOEFCC in overseeing the implementation of the rules. South India Bank embarks on digital transformation with MOEngage partnership. South India Bank has partnered with MOEngage to drive digital innovation and enhance customer engagement across all channels. This collaboration signals a major shift in the bank's approach to personalizing customer interactions through automation and advanced data analytics. Before the partnership, South Indian Bank relied on multiple marketing technology tools and in-house workflows that required significant manual effort from its data science teams. The integration of NamoEngage's unified platform will streamline the bank's technology stack, enabling secure customer data management, faster campaign rollout, and a scalable digital strategy. Bank of Baroda unveils BOB Digi Udyam, revolutionizing digital MSME leading. Bank of Baroda has introduced BOB Digi Udyam, a pioneering digital platform aimed at transforming the manner in which micro and small enterprises (MSMEs) access working capital finance. The offering provides collateral-free loans ranging from above 10 lakh to 50 lakh, catering to both existing and new customers, and directly addresses the critical need for quick and convenient credit among small businesses. The launch of BOB Digi Udyam is in alignment with the Union Budget 2024-25 directive urging public sector banks to strengthen their internal MSME credit assessment capabilities. Harnessing the digital footprint of MSME, the platform generates automated risk-based scorecards to facilitate efficient credit appraisal. This enables a provisional sanction in just minutes, after which applications are routed through the Tejas loan origination and processing system to branches for final approval and completion of post-sanction formalities. The scheme offers cash credit and overdraft facilities for a tenure of 12 months. Notably, there is no collateral requirement for these loans, as the scheme is covered under the Credit Guarantee Fund Trust for Micro and Small Enterprises (CGTMSE), removing a long-standing barrier to entry for smaller firms seeking credit. अब आ जाते हैं जीएसटी काउंसिल अप्रूव्स टू रेट टैक्स स्लैब इफेक्टिव सितंबर 2020 2022. The Goods and Service Tax (GST) Council, during its 56th meeting, decided to revamp the tax structure into a primarily two-rate system as proposed by the central government, Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman announced. She added that the decisions would come into effect from September 22 for most items. Only tobacco and tobacco-related products will move to the new structure at a date to be specified by the Finance Minister. Apart from the two rates of 5% and 18%, the new GST system would also include a 40% special rate on sin goods such as tobacco and luxury items such as large cars, yachts, and helicopters. The government also calculated that the net fiscal implication of the rate cuts based on consumption patterns in 2023-24 would be 48,000 crores. However, the officials clarified that the real implication would be known on the basis of current consumption and that the rate rationalization was expected to result in a buoyancy effect. इसका मतलब क्या हो जाता है? उत्प्लावन effect and improved compliance. These reforms have been carried out with a focus of a common man, Ms. Sitharaman said. Every tax levied on the common man has gone through a rigorous looking into, and in most cases, the rates have come down. Labor incentive industries have been given good support. Farmers and agriculture will benefit from the decisions. Health related sectors will also benefit. She further said that common use and middle class items will see a reduction, with products such as hair oil, soap, shampoo, toothpaste, bicycle table and kitchenware, and other household articles being moved to 5% from either 18% or 12%. The other items moving down to 5% rate include namkeens, sauce, pasta, instant noodles, chocolates, coffee, butter. 12 specified biopesticides, biomethanol, and labor incentive schemes. Incentive items such as handicrafts, marble, travertine blocks, granite blocks, and intermediate leather goods would move from 12% to 5%. Notably, cement will move from 28 to 18%. The finance minister further explained that items such as ultra-high temperature milk, paneer, and all Indian bread, including rotis, chapati, and parathas, would see their tax rate fall 0% from the earlier 5%. Products such as air conditioner, all TVs, dishwashers, small cars, and motorcycles of engine capacity less than or equal to 350 cc would see their tax reduced 28% to 18%. Bus, truck, ambulance, as well as auto parts would also attract a GST rate of 18%. The finance minister further said that 33 life savings drugs and medicines will move from 12% to 0%, while spectacles to correct vision would move from 28% to 5%. Members of the GST Council. GST Council is the governing body for goods and service tax implementation in India, comprising representatives from both the central and state governments. The GST Council consists 33 members from the central government and state governments. They are Union Finance Minister, Chairperson, Union Minister of State in charge of revenue or finance, Minister in charge of finance and taxation, or any other minister nominated by each state government. Any person nominated by the governor of the state where there is a proclamation of emergency under Article 356 of the Constitution of India. A meeting of the council is duly constituted when it is presided over by the chairperson with at least one half of the members of the council being present. Voting mechanism. The GST Council takes decisions through a conscious based approach during its meetings. When any proposal is put to a vote, the central government holds a one-third weightage of the total votes cast in the GST Council meeting. The votes of all the state governments taken together have a weightage of two-thirds of the total vote cast in the meeting. Every decision of the meeting is taken only if the total weighted votes of the members present and voting in favor of the proposal is equal to or greater than three-fourths. अब आ जाते हैं DRDO transfers the three advanced materials technologies to the industry. DRDO's Defense Meteorological Research Laboratory DMRL in Hyderabad has transferred three advanced materials technologies to the industry partners. Secretary, Department of Defense R&D and Chairman DRDO Dr. Samir V. Kamath handed over the licensing agreement for transfer of technology (LATOT) documents to the industry partners at an event organized at DMRL, Hyderabad on August 30, 2025. The technologies transferred are manufacturing of high-strength domes to BHEL, Jagdishpur for enabling production of high-quality road domes, protective covers for crucial missile sensors to support key defense programs and enhance self-reliance in missile systems. Manufacturing of DMR 1700 steel sheets and plates for defense applications too. GSPL Angle offering an excellent combination of ultra-high strength and high fracture toughness at room temperature. DMR 249A HSLA steel plates for naval applications to BSP Belli Sale offering a robust, reliable materials. Further strengthening DRDO's collaborative ecosystem, an MOU was also signed between DMR and Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau of the Ministry of Civil Aviation for utilizing the lab's experience, facilities, and capabilities to support the Bureau's activities. FDI 15 PC to USD 18.62 billion in April-June fiscal year 26 inflow from US triples. FDI in India rose 15% to USD 18.62 billion during April-June this fiscal year, while the inflow from the US nearly tripled to USD 5.61 billion during the quarter despite tariff issues, according to the government data released. Foreign direct investment (FDI) during April-June fiscal year 25 stood at USD 16.17 billion in March quarter 2024-25. The inflows fell 24.5% year-on-year to USD 9.34 billion. Total FDI, which includes equity inflow, reinvested earnings, and other capital, increased to USD 25.2 billion during the quarter under review as against USD 22.5 billion in the same period of 2024-2025. During the period, the US emerged as the largest source of FDI with USD 5.6 billion as against USD 1.50 billion in April-June 2024-25 despite tariff issues. It was followed by Singapore, Mauritius, Cyprus, the UAE, Salmon Islands, the Netherlands, Japan, and Germany. The US is the third biggest investor in India with investments of USD 76.26 billion between April 2000 and June 2025. The top investment sources are Mauritius at USD 182.2 billion and Singapore at USD 179.48 billion in the same period. The data also showed that Karnataka received the highest inflow of USD 5.69 billion during the quarter. It was followed by Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Haryana, Gujarat, Delhi, Telangana. Health insurance GST reforms. Life and health insurance to see 0% GST. The GST Council on Wednesday removed the tax on individual life insurance and health insurance policies. It was 18% earlier. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said the move will make insurance more affordable for the common person and increase insurance coverage in the country. The minister said the government wants to make it easy for people who are buying medical insurance. Revenue Secretary Arvind Srivastava said insurance companies have publicly assured that they will be passing on the benefit to insurance policy buyers. The exemption will cover all individual life insurance policies, including term life, ULIP, or endowment policies, and individual health insurance policies, including family floater policies and policies for senior citizens, and reinsurance thereof. The Finance Ministry said in a statement India's overall insurance penetration declined to 3.7% in fiscal year 2024 from 4% in fiscal year 2023. According to the latest data, life insurance penetration declined 2.8% compared with 3% in fiscal year 23. Non-life penetration held steady at 1%. Axis Max Life partners with India Post Payments Bank for distribution of insurance products. Axis Max Life Insurance Limited and India Post Payments Bank (IPPB) have announced a partnership aimed at delivering affordable life insurance solutions beyond Tier 1 into emerging regional markets across rural India. This partnership leverages IPPB's robust network of 650 banking outlets and over 1.64 lakh access points through post offices to deliver a comprehensive suite of need-based life insurance solutions to customers across Tier 3, Tier 4, and rural markets, a joint statement said. Citibank appoints Kaustubu Kulkarni as co-head of investment banking for Asia Pacific. US-based Citibank has appointed former JP Morgan India country officer Kaustubu Kulkarni as co-head of investment banking for Japan, North Asia, Australia, and South Asia. Kulkarni will join Citi in December after necessary approvals and will be based in Singapore, the bank said in a statement. Kulkarni will be co-head of investment banking alongside Jan Medjager, Citi's group head of investment banking in Asia Pacific. Kulkarni was at JP Morgan for nearly 3 decades and held several leadership roles, including India head, investment banking head in India, and co-head of Southeast Asia investment banking at JP Morgan. Citi also has appointed Deepak Dingyach as managing director and co-head of debt capital markets for Asia and Australia. In August, City and had hired Vikram Chawali as managing director, head of global asset managers GAM for Japan, Asia, Australia from Goldman Sachs, where he was head of Asia ex Japan M&A. Indian Institute of Technology Madras tops NIRF 2025 rankings for record seventh time. IISc Bangalore and IIT Bombay follow. Institute of Medical Education and Research India Institute of Technology (IIT) Madras has once again topped the National Institutional Ranking Framework (NIRF) 2025. The premier tech school is followed by Indian Institute of Science (IISc) Bengaluru in the second place, while IIT Bombay is third. The list includes four more IITs in top 10, including IIT Delhi, Kanpur, Kharagpur, Roorkee, at positions 4, 7 respectively. Meanwhile, All India Institute of Medical Science (AIIMS) Delhi is placed 8. Jawaharlal Nehru University JNU and Banaras BHU complete the top 10 list. This year's ranking evaluate institutions under 17 categories including overall universities, colleges, research institutions, engineering, management, pharmacy, medical, dental, law, architecture and planning, agriculture and allied sectors, open universities, skill universities, state public universities and sustainable development goals (SDG). Institutions are ranked on 5 key parameters: teaching, learning and resources, research and professional practice, graduation outcomes, outreach and inclusivity, and perception. The NIRF was first introduced in 2015 by the Ministry of Human Resource Development, now Ministry of Education, to provide a transparent and comprehensive framework for evaluating higher education institutions across the country. Top 10 overall institutes. IIT Madras is first, IISc Bengaluru, IIT Bombay, IIT Delhi, IIT Kanpur, IIT Kharagpur, IIT Roorkee, AIIMS Delhi is 8th, JNU and JNU Delhi, BHU Delhi is 10th. Top law universities: National Law School of India Bengaluru, National Law University Delhi, University of Law Hyderabad, West Bengal National University of Judicial Sciences Kolkata, Gujarat National Law University Gandhinagar is 5th. Top medical institutes: AIIMS, Postgraduate Institute of Medical Education and Research Chandigarh, Christian Medical College Vellore, Jawaharlal Nehru Institute of Medical Education and Research Pondicherry, Sanjay Gandhi Postgraduate Institute of Medical Science Lucknow. Top architecture and planning colleges: IIT Roorkee, NIT Calicut, IIT Kharagpur, इंडियन इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ इंजीनियरिंग एंड टेक्नोलॉजी शिवपुर, और फिफ्थ नंबर पर है JNU। और इसी के साथ करंट अफेयर्स हो जाती है समाप्त।